Hello everyone, I'm going to explain how I use Kahoot as a homework. It can be used in different ways. In class if you have a data show projector, but I'm going to explain in this video how I use it as a homework. So first of all, the application is not necessary. You can as a teacher use the website, but the application helps you make things smoother. But students don't have to have the application on their phones because a lot of our students don't have phones that are good enough, or recent phones that can use the application. First of all, we go to the application Kahoot. If you want to, for example, let's suppose this in this video I'm going to use a sample present as an example. You can search for ready-made quizzes, for example sample present. You get some ready-made questions here. You simply choose one. Here you see the questions, type of questions with pictures and everything. You can share it with other teachers if you want, or duplicate and make your own and modify it. You can choose duplicate to modify, favorite to keep it, of course. Now what you're going to do is you click on play. You have challenge. You click on challenge and you choose the limit. What I like about the end time limit is that you can, for example, give them the homework Monday and tell them that it's due Wednesday at 2 p.m. for example. Like, let's suppose today is Saturday. You want them to do the homework by Monday before class, because some students would come to class and try to do it 3 p.m. Now if they don't do it before 3 p.m. they won't have access to it. Or you can just make it a longer time period, like what I did now, 15 days, so they can practice. Then you click on set. Concerning the player limit, it's challenge. It's each host or room can take into 100 player, which is 100 students at a time. You can of course create multiple rooms for different classes. You can upgrade if you pay. Then you click challenge options to choose randomize answer order. That way you can change the answers, will change every time a student try to enter. That way you can minimize some students learning the questions by heart and just answering. Hide player position, because when a student enters to the game, they can see who else is in the top 5, and of course the timer. You can turn it off. That way students will have, they can like control how long it takes them to answer. Otherwise you can put timers between 20 seconds and 1 minute or 2 minutes per question, and you click create. Now when you click create, you will get a pin that you give to your students. I personally either share it with them on their Facebook groups, or I write it on the blackboard, ask them to note it down, or you can send it by mail or copy it, because there's a link that you can share with them and they can do it at home, or you can share it using any other application you have. I will explain on the board what students are supposed to do to access. Now, another way you can use Kahoot is, of course, you create quizzes yourself. For example, this is a present simple common core I created. It's very simple. You simply click on create. You add images if you want, even videos or YouTube videos or links. Of course, the title, test 10, for example. Description if you want, whether you want it to be visible to only you or to everyone, that is to say anyone can search and find it. And you start adding questions. Now the free version has quizzes, which is multiple choice or simply true or false. The paid versions have polls, slides to present the lessons, open-ended questions and puzzles. But we usually won't need all of that. We simply need true or false questions or quizzes. Quizzes can be multiple, of course, multiple choice questions. It can be 3 or 4, maybe between 2 and 4 answers. Our quiz. Here you choose a time, as I said, between 5 and 240 seconds. You can, of course, turn it off later. You tap the question you want. For example, let's suppose you are going to give them a homework about simple past. Now, better use the same form you will use in your quizzes or exams, or the one that is in the guideline that students will have in the second year baccalaureate exam. Now, do homework yesterday, and here you choose the answers. For example, done. Now I know that we are not supposed to give students grammatically ill-formed answers, but I think it's okay to do it here because I think that it's not a problem if it is not a real graded written quiz. So done. Did. Now when you write the the correct answer, you have to click on this tick so that the program, the application, understands that this is the right answer, and you add another one if you want, a third and the fourth one. You can click on this add to add more questions. Here the timer, okay. You can change the points between 0 and 1002 for this question, whether you want them to get 1000 points for answering correctly, or 2000 or 0. And you can preview how the students are going to see it. This is how it's going to be. You simply choose. Let's try now what will students see if they correct or if they answer wrong. And then you go back here and you click on save. It's saving now. You can click on it again, play. You choose challenge, and as I explained later, you can change this and create, and you will get a pin. I hope that I explained it well enough. Have a good day. Now after you have the pen, you simply ask your students to go to the website www.kahoot.it. Please focus on .it. It's the one that they can use to access the quiz. They can enter the pin code you give them, and they will have a nickname. What I ask them to do with the nickname is that they have to use their last name. Now if you're lazy and you want to only create one room, host one game for all your classes, you can ask them to add their class after the list, their last name, first name, between brackets, of course, class. But it's better to give it to different classes. You can use the same quiz with different classes and they will get different results.